What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to another episode of the Nonsense Review. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally, as always, is Rick.
Hello.
So today we're doing something fun. Just to address it again, I didn't say a number because we're doing these in hand because Rick is down under.
Yeah, I'm elsewhere. I'm halfway across the world.
Elsewhere and elsewhen, because time zones are stupid.
Yeah. Isn't that a name of an episode of something?
Elsewhere and elsewhen is definitely a chapter title from a book.
Yeah.
But anyway, today we're doing Helluva Boss Mission 0, which, for those of you who don't know, it originally aired on the 10th of September this year, 2025, if you're listening in the future, on Prime Video, and then came out a month and a half later on the 25th of October of this year, 2025, as per Spindlehorse's deal to basically give Amazon Helluva Boss, where Amazon would get it a month earlier, and then they'd be allowed to release it on YouTube as per usual. As for the episode itself, it's effectively a retcon. It feels weird to call it that because the pilot was never really technically canon, but
yeah, it was kind of broad strokes. Yeah,
exactly. So they've taken the pilot episode and they've remade it to make it a canon official thing. And I think Brendan Rodgers, that's his name, isn't it? Blitzo?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe he went on. He might not have been on record, but I've got a quote here saying that he thinks that this was part of the deal to get Helluva Boss onto Amazon. Was they needed to change the pilot?
Right. Okay.
So I take that with a grain of salt. I've got no source for that. It's just a quote I've seen written down. So, yeah.
Sure. So I'm guessing they might do the same thing with Has-Been Hotel at some point, which I think it needs because the events of the pilot of Has-Been are actually kind of, some of them are important. Like, obviously the story can happen without it, but, you know, I feel like it's beneficial to the holistic view.
I think that would be completely pointless because if they'd have done that, if they'd have wanted that, they'd have done it before season 1 came out.
Yeah, maybe.
I also don't think it matters.
True.
It doesn't. You don't need to have seen the pilot to appreciate Has-Been.
Fair enough.
And on that topic, you didn't really need to see the pilot to appreciate Helluva Boss because, again, this is effectively going to be the new starting point, as it were, because fans used to argue all the fucking time whether or not to even bother watching the pilot because it was so different to the show itself.
I get you.
And the main source of, or rather, the main evidence they would point to suggest this is the pilot was never actually part of the Helluva Boss playlist.
I get you. And also Stolas is essentially a completely different character.
Well, yes, but we'll get to that. So yeah, this is going to be a redone of the a redo of the pilot to make it fit in more with what the show eventually went to, and to kind of make Amazon happy if you believe certain sayings and R-ings on the interwebs. That being said, there are plenty of things that needed to be changed about the pilot because, as the big one that I was thinking of without having seen it, and you've already said it twice now, is they need to change Stolas because Stolas was a fucking completely different being in this pilot.
Yeah, not least did he have a different voice actor. He was a fucking animal.
Fuck the voice actor thing. Completely different demeanour. He was very aggressive sexually, which is not... Yeah. Okay, Stolas is definitely a freak in the bedroom, but he's definitely not the one leading things.
Yeah, he's... he might be a power bottom. Definitely a bottom.
Yeah. Like, he's a sugar daddy, but he likes to take it up the butt.
Yeah.
That's a really crude way of saying it. I apologise to anyone listening who takes offence to that, but, you know, you're listening to a Helluva Boss fucking conversation.
Yes, the Helluva Boss discourse is very rarely, if ever, safe for work.
Yeah. How dare
Unless you work at a brothel.
How dare Vivian Medrano write so many curse words into her adult animation?
Oh, Jesus, not this again. Not from you.
It still makes me laugh. I agree. There's a lot of swearing in Helluva Boss and Has-Been Hotel. There is. There's no denying that. However, it's also explicitly a cartoon for adults, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah. And we can say the fuck word because we're not monetized.
Yet. We'll probably never get monetized because knowing our luck, we'll get monetized and they'll put an advert right in the middle of one of our live React segments, therefore completely fucking it up.
Yeah.
But anyway, the last thing I wanted to note is that, we actually watched the original pilot on the channel all the way back in 2022, which feels like ages ago. It was episode 77 of the Nonsense Review.
Yeah, that was a hell of a long time ago.
It was.
So yeah, you can compare our reactions to that to our reactions to this, having watched the rest of Helluva Boss in the between.
It was also really funny because that episode was also an episode in hand. We ended up breaking the glass on it because we were suffering a heat wave in Britain, and boy did we not think that was going to be a common occurrence at the time.
No, we It was good that we had an episode in hand. It was awful that the reason that we had to use it was because it was too fucking hot.
It was. And now that sort of heat is just like standard for summer in Britain. It sucks.
Yeah, absolute garbage.
It is. But yeah, obviously I watched the original pilot with you on the channel, and that's what made me watch the entire series, and that's how we got to where we are now, watching the new quote-unquote pilot, as it were. So with that being said, Rick, do you want to tell the audience what we're doing and count us in?
Yeah, sure. We're doing Helluva Boss Mission 0. 3, 2, 1, and go.
I will say I do know one joke that's been changed, and it seems like such a pointless change because no one brings it up anyway, and that is Luna having syphilis joke.
Okay.
They get rid of that.
Sure, okay.
Which is a shame because that was kind of funny.
It was, yeah.
Is it a cure for syphilis? No, I'm sorry, it was spiders.
So we're showing all the shitty people.
I mean, retail is hell, so...
It is. But yeah, they serve whoever lands in the backyard, including, sinners, basically have a leg up on them.
Ah, Paschetti.
So this is the... Did he say Millie or did he call her Smelly?
I think it was Millie. Kill all witnesses. Good to see Blitz is still a wacky character.
He is, yeah.
Hey, they kept the jingle.
The original. Oh.
That's a really bad shot if that's their money.
It is. It's just going down off a cliff. Yeah. The good old grimoire.
Which I don't think really made an appearance in the original pilot, did it?
I think it did.
Not quite a spotlight thrown on it, I mean. Now, just a reminder, Luna is like 25 at this point. Oh, 22,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, she died at age 18.
This is all Mox's fault, and not the fact that Blix is a fucking arsehole.
No, she'd know, yeah.
They're so disgustingly cute.
Yeah. So yeah.
Does Blitz's thing say he's a horse girl?
Apparently. Oh, yeah, the good old bone phone. My bum virginity.
Well, he's got a cloaca, so...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I do like the fucking Southern trains because they're like very much look like they were building up to a pilot type Stolas character.
Yeah.
God damn, is he horny? Down, boy, down.
Yeah, this is pretty much his awakening, hasn't it?
We didn't really like sex before. Oh, Jesus Christ, Lula's right there. Oh, he's already real quick. Oh, so they haven't killed anyone yet?
Not yet. Ah, yeah, they got a little hamstring.
Very violent, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no more witnesses.
Are you going to be able to get... Oh, wow, was that the kid from the original show?
I think it was.
She just ripped in half. That such a simple-looking character design compared to everyone else in the scene. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? Because this is literally Moxie's issue in the first episode.
Yeah, you don't want to kill the kids, and it turns out they're all arseholes.
Yeah, they may or may not be cannibals. I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest.
No.
Jesus Christ, is Stolas not subtle?
No.
Are we going to get that fucking... I love this scene. I had to stay quiet for it. It really is such an iconic moment.
Sorry, I fucked your husband.
Wow.
Yeah, Luna's just on a phone. Phone's in there.
So fucking unnecessary. He is gay enough, though, because he gets pegged, doesn't he?
He does. What's that even mean? Oh, yeah, she's she's ordered the XXL.
Well, you already know he's a little bit gay. He's confirmed as bisexual.
Yeah.
Stolas has got a fucking arse on him, and it's really highlighted in these scenes.
He does.
I can't... I can't tell if that's a shirt he's wearing or if his skin tone is just really weird on his chest. I think it's a shirt.
Yeah, it's a shirt. He's got the collar.
Yeah. It's very Jack Skellington-y.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, just a casual reminder of how good Stolas is at magic.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do it without watching.
We're in fucking Stealth Recon.
Yeah. Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare. Warfare? Warfare. It's professional. It's professional. It's murder, and it's immediate. It's all of our words.
Yeah. Man, Blitz is a cunt. Oh, that's different, isn't it?
Yeah, we got the power metal version of the IMP.
I don't think you could call that power metal, but okay.
Oh, is it glam rock?
Oh, that was fun.
I'm bopping.
That's a very cool logo.
It is. I love how that could just basically be the opening theme from now on.
Oh god, I hope not though. Oh, Lyle Raff worked on that. That's interesting.
Yeah, Lyle Raff. I saw that.
Sorry, the only reason his name stood out is I'm used to seeing the other names on Helluva Boss stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still fucking blows my mind that Richard Horowitz was Alpha.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, Alpha 5, also Invader Zim.
Well, yeah, Invader Zim I can see easier, but fucking Alpha is from the 90s.
Yeah. Man, it goes back a long way, don't it?
Yeah.
The IMP rock theme.
I saw not Lyle's name again, which explains why it turned rocky. I will admit, I will never tire of seeing Spindle Horse's logo. It's a fucking good one.
It is.
Does Amazon own MGM then?
Yeah, as of earlier this year, I believe.
I don't like that. But anyway, that's effectively the new pilot. That was Mission Zero. What did you think?
It went well. Yeah, I think it works pretty well as an introduction over the actual introduction that we got in episode 1.
Yes.
Because it sets the scene for having the Grimoire and them not having done anything yet, because it makes episode 1 into essentially their first actual mission, you know?
Yeah, because the pilot was technically... It didn't feel like their first mission. It felt like they're like 4th or 5th, and they fucked it up, but they fucked it up good.
Yeah, whereas when we got the episode 1, that was like stated to be the first mission, like within the story, without the pilot, you know?
Yeah. But again, we're kind of spoilt when it comes to pilots, because especially in Britain, because in Britain, pilot episodes tend to be episode 1, and they just call it the pilot. But pilot, when it comes to animation and when it comes to indie projects in particular, it's less about this is the starting point, this is episode 1. It's more about this is the idea that we're going to run with, and if you like the idea, then stick with us.
Yeah, they tend to be the things that are pitched to the networks, and sometimes they get recycled into an episode. Like the Family Guy pilot was most of episode 1.
Well, there you go.
But they ended up expanding it a little bit, turning like turning 16 minutes into 22 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Apparently they even had the cutaway gags even in the pilot version.
That's all Family Guy's ever been.
Yeah, and the very first cutaway gag, do you know what it was?
I couldn't tell you.
It was Hitler at the gym.
Oh, where he sees the big buff Jewish guy.
Yeah.
That's a fucking classic.
It's a good one, and it's the very first one, so like they set the bar high for what cutaway gags could be, and then it just went downhill from there.
Well, it's the problem with cutaway gags is that there's so little effort to set up.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to be clever to set up a cutaway gag. It's the common thing people take the piss out of Family Guy for. You just cut to Peter going, do you remember that time when... Or, this feels like the time when... That's all you need for the cutaway. It's very lazy.
This is worse than the time that I described the cutaway that we're about to have.
And, it's... I like Family Guy, but it is very turn your brain off at times.
Yeah, I like old Family Guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, the window for old Family Guy is even narrower than the window for old Simpsons.
Yeah, it just my problem is I didn't start watching Family Guy till like late 2000s, so therefore it feels it's always going to feel newer than The Simpsons.
Sure. So you started watching about the time when the Cleveland Show popped up, didn't you?
Just before.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I didn't know the Cleveland Show was a thing. I'll put it that way. And then when Cleveland Show got announced, I remember thinking, "Wow, that sounds like a bad idea."
Yeah. Who is this for? Oh well.
Like, the only good thing to come from the Cleveland Show is when Cleveland rejoined Family Guy and we got the cutaway joke of, man, this is worse than the time when you thought you were getting the spin-off to Quagmire, and Quagmire was just saying, fuck you to everybody because he thought he was on the way out. And it just goes, hey, hang on, why is there a moving van outside Cleveland's? But enough talking about a show that is arguably, I wouldn't say not as good, it's a different type of show. Helluva Boss Mission Zero. I don't know, man, I feel like the original pilot had a bit more charm to it, but as far as having an official starting point for Helluva Boss, this is by far a better go-to.
Yeah, I hope the original doesn't get removed.
If you enjoyed the pilot, and just on the off chance, maybe save yourself a personal copy just in case it goes away.
Yeah, because this is the kind of thing that they might have to do for the contract.
No, there's no fucking way. There's no way that would be part of the deal, because I think at the end of the day, that's still something Vivian Medrano envisioned and made, and if she's a creative, which all signs point to her being, I don't think she's going to be willing to just get it away. It might become unlisted or private, not private, the thing where it will show up if you look for it, but you've got to look for it. It won't just be in your recommends.
Yeah, so like if it's delisted, if you have the link, you can get it, but you can't find it by looking for it.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, I don't foresee it happening, but it's not an impossibility. And I think that there's a lot of jokes from that pilot episode I really adore. I fucking love that spider gift joke. It's so funny.
No, it was spiders.
It's the way he says it, because he says it so, but no, it was spiders, as Luna just goes great and is covered in spiders.
Yep.
and the kid being the worst kid in the fucking world and constantly talking shit while he's still on life support. It's funny stuff. But yeah, definitely a completely different tone to the rest of the show. So yeah, I appreciate that there's a new starting point. I hope the pilot doesn't go away because of this. And hopefully it silenced everyone having that, what feels like 10-year-old fucking debate about whether or not the pilot's canon or not.
Yeah, man. It really is an old debate now, yeah. Christ.
Yeah. 3 years ago was when I first watched it, for fuck's sake, and it was already old then.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. Unless there's anything else you want to add yet, let's do our usual wind down, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
So, Rick, do you have a standout favourite moment?
Oh, it was the rock version reprise of the Immediate Murder Professionals theme. Like, I was bopping. I was really bopping to it. I really liked it.
Yeah, no, that was the only thing you said during that segment is, I'm bopping, which was not helpful for a podcast, but it did get your opinion across.
Yeah, I was just enjoying it. It was just, it just was animated well. The music went really well with it. It worked really well as an opening sequence for what might now be the show going forward. Now that it's under the Amazon aegis.
Yeah, I did enjoy the song. It was good. Fun fact: the woman who got knocked over and ran down by Imp is meant to be a representation of Vivian Medrano. And
yeah.
The guy chasing them down with a shotgun is meant to be Brendan Rodgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, how about you? Do you have a standout favourite moment?
It's tough. I'm going to disqualify my go-to answer because I think it might have been it was up there for the original pilot because it was more or less the exact same of just like, sorry, I fucked your husband. That line delivery is always going to be funny. Instead, I'm going to give my favourite moment to Stolas being all sexy in The Office because I have never actually been attracted to Stolas as a character. I don't think the design is very sexually appealing. But that ass, though!
Yep.
I get it, and having watched all of Helluva Boss up until this point, we know that Stolas is a sweetie. He's adorable. He's not a dick, or tries not to be. So that makes it easier. So I'm giving fucking credit to that scene because it was animated very well and it made me a bit horny. Okay?
Yeah, and it's giving it's like drawing attention to the fact that this is essentially Stolas's early awakening into like actually enjoying intimacy because before now it's just been contractual counterfactual.
Well, yeah, and it's not just about... I mean, it's heavily motivated by sex, because we know from later episodes that Stolas effectively just lies there and lets Stella get on with it, and as soon as they had Octavia...
Yeah.
They stopped having sex, because it was just to make sure that happened.
Consolidate the bloodline.
Yeah. It's even implied that even Stella doesn't like sex.
No, especially not with her husband. Maybe with her brother.
Well, let's not get into that until the show fucking confirms
Addresses
it. Because that seems to be one-sided on the brother's half.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think his name's Adolphus.
Yeah, or Astolphus, or something like that, yeah.
But either way, I digress. There's a lot of need for sexual release, because obviously Stolas is probably pent up and like, oh shit, sex can be fun if it's with the right person. But we also know that Blitz is putting on an act as if he cares about Stolas rather than the Grimoire at this point.
Yes, definitely at this point, yes.
And Stolas is not just starved for physical attention, but for that romantic need, and that's why he so readily and willingly gave up the Grimoire.
Yeah, and I don't know if he realizes it yet, because he goes through his development during season 1, and is more hurt when it turns out that he's not actually wanted.
Yeah, and I've got to be honest with you, this as a starting point as well is just, it's so much more devastating in retrospect, or it will be in the future when you get to the point where Stolas realizes, oh, the entire thing was an act. He didn't care about me. He just needed the things I could give him access to.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
Like, Blitz is doing a fucking masterful job of deception here. Like, we as a viewer can see that it's a lie because we've seen the surrounding information. Plus, you and I have watched 2 seasons of fucking Helluva Boss, so we know what's going on. But even without that, it's very obvious that Blitz is not into Stolas. He's into the Grimoire, and he just happens to be fucking Stolas as a means to an end.
Yeah.
That was a lot of wiffle waffle. Let's get to the weakest links, shall we? Because we like to pick up on some negatives, although we are usually a lot kinder to indie animation, but I don't know how indie you can be when you're under Amazon's umbrella. But that's a discussion for another day. Rick, what is your weakest link if you have one?
I think it was... It's a weird one because it puts things more in line with the show going forward. So it's technically not bad, but it is a bit jarring that we've lost a lot of Moxie's snark, in that he was a lot more eager to criticize Blitz in the pilot than he was in the show proper, you know?
Yeah, I get you. Moxie does feel like he's been... I don't want to say neutered, that seems a bit too extreme, but he's definitely lost a bit of his bite in this pilot.
He's been cowed slightly, yes.
Exactly, and we know how the show goes, we know how these characters end up being, and we know how they develop. That's kind of the point of Moxie in the actual show, though, is that he's got bite, he just very rarely uses it, and when he finally snaps at Blitz during that one episode, it's going to be very cathartic for people who are potentially new to the series.
Yeah. But yes, that's mine. How about you? Do you have a weakest link this time round?
I'm really sad that they got rid of a lot of the funnier jokes from the pilot. I understand why they got rid of them. Like, the syphilis is a throwaway line. I'm not bothered about that. But the fucking, no, sorry, it was spiders was so funny. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm going off of a memory that's like 3 years old. But didn't they get rid of a love song? Oh, Millie.
Of all the imps in hell, you're the one that I fell for, Millie. I think wasn't that recycled in the Asmodeus's bar episode?
I think that's a different song.
Oh, okay.
Because in this one, it's like it's performed fun enough, and all the animation to go with it is just storyboard art, because they were like, we're not animating this whole thing, but we did do a song.
Yeah, like I think they also got rid of the bit where Blitz is in their fridge.
Yeah, Blitz isn't, because we don't get any of their personal romantic. All of their romance scenes are done in the office in front of Blitz, so it's not a problem. But in the original pilot, we saw some of their home life, and Blitz was constantly stalking them.
Yeah.
That's probably another aspect of Blitz's character that they've decided to get rid of. And honestly, this is a good change, but it does mean we lack some of those funnier jokes from the original pilot, where in the original pilot, and they do kind of carry it through to the end of season 1, because he stalks Millie and Moxie because he desperately needs friendship. But
he does, yeah.
In the original pilot, it's kind of implied that he wants to be a menage a trois with them.
Yeah, I mean, there's that episode in season 2 where it's the Blitz and Millie episode, and she goes, "So I'm going to stop trying to be our third," and he's kind of like, No, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, but you bringing that up, there's the episode with Chaz, innit? Where Blitz is jealous of Chaz because there's no way this guy's fucked both of you.
Yeah.
You know,
You got Chaz, but a different Chaz.
Yeah. Oh, nobody likes Chaz.
Nobody likes either Chaz.
Who's the other Chaz you're thinking of?
The one in Disenchantment.
Oh,
He's very funny, but nobody likes him.
The other Chaz I was thinking of was the one from Rugrats.
No, he's a sweetheart. Chaz from Rugrats is a sweetheart.
Yeah, but also look at his kid.
Just a fucking Generation Xerox without a mustache.
Ooh, something fucky wucky's going on. Anyway, yeah, my weakest link is like my favourite joke no longer exists. As a weak link goes, that's a pretty fucking poor one, so that should tell you something.
Yeah.
So let's end on the crowning jewel, the crowning glory, the prize amongst the crown jewels. My God, did my fucking metaphor really go shit. Rick, who's your MVP?
My MVP goes to the palpable and saccharine sweet romance of Moxie and Millie. Because it's not going to either one of them, it's going to the pairing, because it's just so cute to see them play off each other in the office without having to hide anything, you know?
It is quite cute. I do like the lovey-dovey stuff, but it doesn't matter what show you're watching, it's always funny to see the lovey-dovey cutesy couple immediately devolve into, okay, tongues in throats.
Yeah.
It's even funnier in animation form because they made it look really silly, which I appreciate.
Yeah, when they both get fish eyes and start drooling down each other, yeah. And then, yeah, they go underneath the table and the table starts bumping and hearts pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's daft, and I love it. How about you? Do you have an MVP for today?
My MVP award is going to go to Stolas because it's a bit of a meta reasoning, and for that I apologise for anyone following along, and that is, first of all, he shows up a lot more in the first episode. In the original pilot, he was a voice for a conversation, and his only job was to be intimidating and gross. Arguably still a bit gross, depending on how forward you see him being, but honestly, it's entirely understandable given the context surrounding the encounter. I also just found him incredibly endearing, which took me a long time to actually like Stolas in the original, probably in no small part because of the way he was portrayed in the pilot.
Sure, yeah. Like, it takes a lot to undo a first impression.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm happy for the voice actor to officially now be in the technically first episode of the show. Like, good for him. I've forgotten his name.
Yeah, I saw it and immediately forgot it. So.
But yeah, Stolas is getting from me. And also, like, well animated, very horny, enjoy, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if there's nothing else to discuss...
No, I think we're good.
That brings us to a close. Thanks for joining us with the Mission Zero for Helluva Boss. Almost forgot what we were watching. And yeah, let us know in the comment section down below on the YouTubes or the Spotify what you think of the quote-unquote new starting point for Helluva Boss. Yeah, do you agree with what we said? Do you disagree? Do you prefer the original pilot? Which is totally a valid stance to take, but please do let us know why. Alternatively, if you don't have the comment section down below on the YouTubes, you can also send us an email at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Absolutely, we're eager to hear from you. We do take suggestions for future episodes. Let us know some indie content perhaps that has flown under our radar. It's totally possible. And yeah, just bear in mind, a bit of a caveat on that, it's going to take a while for us to get to it because
yeah, we're not going to act on it until next year.
Oh, you're not even wrong. So yeah, that brings us to a close today, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week for some more animation, hopefully. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.